The feeling of being trapped by fear gives way to a sense of courage as I face some of my challenges with resilience. The realization that my thoughts and feelings are valid and that I have the right to express them authentically. The ability to embrace imperfection as a part of being human and to celebrate my strengths and weaknesses. The understanding that self-acceptance is the foundation for self-love and that I am worthy of love and belonging. The feeling of being overwhelmed by choices gives way to a sense of clarity as I focus on what truly matters to me. The realization that my inner voice is my guide and that I can trust my intuition to lead me in the right direction. The ability to find beauty in the simple things in life and to appreciate the present moment. The understanding that my happiness is not dependent on external factors, but on my inner state of being. The feeling of being lost gives way to a sense of direction as I connect with my values and purpose. The realization that my life is a journey of self-discovery and that I am constantly evolving and growing. The ability to embrace change as an opportunity for growth and to adapt to new situations with flexibility. The understanding that my inner peace is my greatest treasure and that I am responsible for protecting it. The feeling of being trapped by expectations gives way to a sense of freedom as I create my own path. The realization that my path is not determined by my achievements, but by my inherent humanity. The ability to find joy in the present moment and to appreciate the beauty of life. The understanding that my journey is unique and that I am the author of my own story. The feeling of being overwhelmed gives way to a sense of calm as I focus on the present moment. The realization that my thoughts and feelings are valid and that I have the right to express them. The ability to embrace imperfection and to celebrate my unique qualities. The understanding that self-acceptance is the foundation for a fulfilling life and that I am worthy of love and happiness. The space within me opens up, allowing for the gentle unfolding of new possibilities without the pressure of immediate answers. The need to rush fades, replaced by a patient curiosity, a willingness to explore the depths of my own being. The feeling of being pulled in multiple directions softens as I learn to listen to the quietest, most consistent voice within. The understanding that stillness is not stagnation, but a fertile ground for growth, brings a sense of deep peace. The ability to find beauty in the pauses, the spaces between thoughts, reveals a deeper understanding of myself, the realization that the most profound insights often come from moments of quiet reflection, not from constant activity. The feeling of being pressured to have it all figured out dissolves as I embrace the mystery of the unknown. The understanding that life is a continuous process of learning and unlearning brings a sense of freedom from rigid expectations. The ability to create a safe space within myself where all emotions are welcome allows for healing and growth. The realization that my inner landscape is a vast and beautiful world waiting to be explored with curiosity and compassion. The feeling of being disconnected from myself gives way to a sense of deep connection as I cultivate self-awareness. The understanding that my intuition is a powerful guide and that I can trust its wisdom to lead me in the right direction. The ability to find joy in the simple act of being present without needing to achieve or acquire anything. The realization that my worth is not determined by external circumstances, but by my inherent value as a human being. The feeling of being burdened by the past gives way to a sense of liberation as I release old patterns and beliefs. The understanding that forgiveness is not about condoning past actions, but about freeing myself from their hold. The ability to cultivate gratitude for the present moment, even amidst challenges, brings a sense of contentment. The realization that true strength comes from vulnerability and authenticity, not from hiding behind a facade. The feeling of being alone gives way to a sense of connection as I cultivate meaningful relationships based on mutual respect. The understanding that my inner peace is my greatest treasure and that I am responsible for protecting it from external disturbances. The ability to find joy in the present moment rather than dwelling on the past or worrying about the future fosters inner calm. The realization that my journey is unique and personal, and that there is no right or wrong way to live my life. The feeling of being trapped by fear gives way to a sense of courage as I face my challenges with resilience and determination. The understanding that my thoughts and feelings are valid and important, and that I have the right to express them authentically. The path ahead, once shrouded in mist, begins to reveal itself, and the choice, though daunting, feels like a sunrise after a long night. In the quiet moments when the world fades away, I find myself standing at a crossroads where every direction whispers a different possibility. The weight of indecision lifts, replaced by a gentle curiosity, a willingness to explore the uncharted territories within myself. There's a certain freedom in acknowledging that the map I carried was never meant to be followed blindly, but rather to be rewritten with my own hand. The echoes of past expectations soften, replaced by the sound of my own heartbeat, a steady rhythm guiding me towards authenticity. The journey isn't about finding the perfect destination, but about discovering the strength and resilience to navigate the winding roads. A sense of peace settles in, knowing that the choices I make are not about pleasing others, but about honoring the whispers of my own soul. The fear of the unknown transforms into an exciting anticipation, a sense of adventure in embracing the uncharted chapters of my life. I realize that the power to shape my reality lies not in controlling every outcome, but in choosing how I respond to each moment. The internal compass, once spinning wildly, begins to settle, pointing toward a direction that feels both familiar and refreshingly new. The feeling of being adrift gives way to a sense of grounding, a firm belief in my ability to create a life that resonates with my deepest values. The need for external validation fades, replaced by a quiet confidence in my own inner wisdom and intuition. The process of choosing becomes less about making the right decision and more about trusting the journey of self-discovery. The landscape of my inner world shifts, revealing hidden strengths and untapped potential that I never knew existed. The realization dawns that the most meaningful choices are not always the easiest, but they are the ones that lead to growth and transformation. The weight of past regrets loosens its grip, replaced by a sense of gratitude for the lessons learned and the opportunities ahead. The desire to conform gives way to a yearning for authenticity, a commitment to living a life that reflects my true self. The understanding that my path is unique and personal, not a race against others, brings a sense of liberation and peace. The ability to embrace uncertainty as a natural part of life, rather than a source of anxiety, opens up a world of possibilities. The feeling of being trapped by circumstances dissolves, replaced by a sense of agency and the power to create my own destiny. The internal dialogue shifts from self-criticism to self-compassion, creating a space for growth and healing. The recognition that my worth is not determined by external achievements, but by my inherent humanity, brings a sense of profound peace. The willingness to let go of control and trust in the unfolding of life allows for unexpected beauty and joy to emerge. The understanding that setbacks are not failures, but opportunities for learning and growth, fosters resilience and strength. The feeling of being overwhelmed gives way to a sense of clarity as I focus on the present moment and the choices within my control. The realization that true happiness comes from within, not from external circumstances, brings a sense of lasting contentment. The ability to find beauty in the ordinary moments of life, rather than chasing after extraordinary experiences, creates a sense of gratitude. The understanding that vulnerability is not weakness, but a strength that allows for deeper connection and authenticity. The feeling of being lost gives way to a sense of purpose as I connect with my values and passions. The realization that my voice matters and that my experiences have value empowers me to share my story with the world. The ability to embrace change as a natural part of life rather than resisting it allows for growth and evolution. The understanding that self-care is not selfish, but essential for well-being allows me to prioritize my needs. The feeling of being stuck gives way to a sense of momentum as I take small steps towards my goals. The realization that my past does not define my future and that I have the power to create a new narrative. The ability to forgive myself for past mistakes and to move forward with compassion and understanding. The understanding that true strength comes from vulnerability and authenticity, not from hiding behind a facade. The feeling of being alone gives way to a sense of connection as I cultivate meaningful relationships. The realization that my inner peace is more valuable than external validation allows me to prioritize my well-being. The ability to find joy in the present moment rather than dwelling on the past or worrying about the future. The understanding that my journey is unique and that there is no right or wrong way to live my life.